In Islam, men and women are considered spiritually equal. However,
Han Meditations. Hey guys, as you can see, I have all these journals. The link will be in the description. Hello guys, I am Han and this is Kelly.
Hi.
We are Han Meditations and we are back with another video. We are excited to learn some information and we're going to get right into it, guys. This is going to be, we're going to get down to it. I'm tired of people having misconceptions about Islam and we need to get down to the bottom of it right here, right now. Hear the unbiased opinion of ChatGPT. We're not editing it like some people out there. They're editing their videos to get it to say whatever they want. We're not doing that. We're just being real and just hearing what it says. So let's go ahead and do this. Hello, ChatGPT. In your unbiased opinion, I want you to tell me, are women equal to men in Islam according to the Quran?
In Islam, men and women are considered spiritually equal in the eyes of God, as stated in the Quran. Both are expected to follow the same religious duties, such as prayer, fasting, charity, and striving for righteousness. However, the Quran also acknowledges certain differences in roles, responsibilities, and rights in some aspects of family life and society. Spiritual equality. The Quran clearly states that men and women are spiritually equal and that they are equally accountable for their deeds. For example, Surah Al-Ahzab 33 verse 35 highlights that both men and women who are devout believers will be rewarded equally for their faith and good deeds. Surah An-Nisa 4 reinforces that both men and women who do righteous deeds will enter paradise. Roles and responsibilities. While the Quran emphasizes spiritual equality, it also delineates certain roles for men and women, particularly in family and social contexts. For example, Surah An-Nisa 4:34 refers to men as protectors and maintainers of women, particularly in the context of family life. This is often interpreted as men having the responsibility to provide for the family, while women have the primary role of managing the household, though this is not an absolute restriction. The Quran gives men a slightly greater share in inheritance in certain cases, Surah An-Nisa 4:11, which some scholars explain as reflecting the financial responsibilities placed on men. Rights of women. The Quran also emphasizes several rights for women that were revolutionary in the context of 7th century Arabia. Women have the right to education, ownership of property, and to be treated justly. The right to inheritance, though unequal in some cases to men's share, was given to women in Islam long before many other civilizations granted it. Women have the right to seek divorce and receive financial maintenance. Surah Al-Baqarah 241. Interpretation and practice. The equality of men and women in Islam is a nuanced subject, and interpretations of certain verses can vary widely among scholars. Some argue that cultural practices have, over time, overshadowed the egalitarian principles of the Quran, leading to varying practices in different Muslim communities regarding the treatment of women. To summarize, the Quran grants men and women spiritual equality, but assigns different roles and responsibilities in family and societal structures. These distinctions have often led to varying interpretations, but at its core, the Quran affirms the value and dignity of both men and women.
Wow.
Now, some people... Some people believe that the hijab is a way for men to essentially control women and use it as a way to control them. Now, what would you say about that, about what the truth is about that in Islam? Is that true or not?
The hijab in Islamic teaching is viewed as a way for women to express modesty, privacy, and faith, not as a tool of control by men. The Quran instructs both men and women to dress modestly and to maintain humility in their interactions. Specifically, the instruction for women to cover is mentioned in Surah An-Nur 24:31 and Surah Al-Ahzab 33:59, which direct believing women to dress modestly to protect themselves and signify their faith. In Islam, the concept of modesty, haya, applies to both men and women, and hijab is often seen as part of this broader principle. It is meant to honor a woman's dignity and protect her from unwanted attention. rather than serve as a means of oppression. That being said, the cultural practice of the hijab can vary widely. In some Muslim communities, women freely choose to wear it as an act of devotion and personal expression of their relationship with God. In other contexts, cultural or political factors can lead to pressure or enforcement, which may give the appearance of control. It's important to differentiate between cultural practices and Islamic teachings. Islam emphasizes free will and intent, meaning that for the hijab to hold religious value, it should be worn out of a woman's own choice, not due to coercion. Some scholars and Muslim women argue that the hijab empowers them by allowing them to control how they are perceived by others, prioritizing their character and intellect over physical appearance. In contrast, any attempt to force women to wear the hijab can be seen as a cultural distortion of its purpose. Islam does not condone forcing individuals to practice religious obligations, including the hijab. As the Quran emphasizes, there is no compulsion in religion. Surah Al-Baqarah 256. So while some may interpret the hijab as a tool of control, in its true Islamic context, it is intended to be a personal spiritual choice, rooted in modesty and faith.
Wow. So there you have it. And one of the things that I liked that it said was that men are supposed to provide financially for the women, and women are supposed to take care of the household. And that's truly how I feel and what I think should be happening. I think that a man should be out there working and just doing everything he can to provide and take care of his family, absolutely, in any way he can. And then the women should be taking care of the house. Now, to my personal relationship, I like a traditional marriage where the man goes out and he's working and he's doing a lot of the work, because I would never want my wife to work for another man. That's just me personally. I wouldn't want her to have a man that's a boss, that she's got to go and work with him and talk to him. No, she works with me. So anything we do, if there's another man involved, I'm talking to the man. I'm figuring it out. You know what I mean? Or we're there together. And you know, and she does the cooking, she does the cleaning. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. She does all the laundry. She's clean. The house is clean and spotless all the time. When guests come over, she's cleaning the house. She's taking care of it, because I believe that women are better at nurturing and taking care of things like that. And what I believe is that, you know, obviously there's outliers in their situation where and everyone's free to live their life how they want to do it. That's how we like to live our life. We're simple people.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing all the work. And you know what I mean? Like, even when we're doing all these videos, I go home, I edit them all. I'm doing the thumbnails. I'm doing everything. And, you know, as long as she's got the laundry done and all that, hey, we're cool. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you have something to eat when you're done working, huh?
No, for sure.
But yeah, no, I mean, that's just kind of how things naturally work for us. I happen to be better at, you know, cleaning and organizing, and frankly enjoy it more than most traditional work, etc. And that's just the way it goes for us. And, you know, you have to find what works for your relationship. But I think I actually have a very fair view when it comes to like men and women. And I don't think that we need to compete with each other. And I think that we are just different, because why would two different creatures be created if we're not meant to be a little different, right? So we would just be one human race. But no, we're men and women. So it's a beautiful thing. And as far as the men being able to get some more inheritance in some aspects, I actually don't have a problem with that, because as it said, yeah, men typically have the financial burden or responsibility oftentimes solely on them, or at least the number one, where to the point where if something happens to the woman, maybe she works, but she can't work anymore, it's going to come down to the man basically every time. So I don't have a problem with that. And I think what it said about the hijab was a very, very good point as well. And the point it made for it being the reason it has religious value is because it is the woman's choice. If it was just something forced upon it, really wouldn't have much religious value. It's the fact that you can, especially in this day and age, you could go dress, you know, show practically as much skin as you want and be fine. But choosing to actually not do that is the empowerment. So I liked that very much. Yeah,
I like that question. I actually want to learn more about that. And so maybe we'll do a whole other video just dedicated to that. So,
yeah.
But Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for liking and subscribing. That's all you need to do. But thank you to the people who donate. You're the ones that are really helping us keep this channel alive. We need it more than you realize sometimes. It's a lot of effort, a lot of time. We've been doing like 2 videos a day, as you've been seeing. I mean, it's like, it's so fun.
When he says he's working hard.
Exactly. So one days we might do 1 video, but a lot of times we're trying to put out 2 videos. So we're going to try and have something for you guys every single day. So thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll see you in the next video.